everyone. Today I make meat and cheese sourdough bread buns. They are delicious. I gave to my visitors and they are all over. Welcome to SaigoncookTravel. On this channel, I share with you everything I know, so please like, share my videos, and subscribe. Thank you. So I started with 100 gram of starter, 280 gram water. You better get a scale because on and on, go in gram is better than cups, So 1 egg, and I'm stir a little bit. Now I add 20 grams of sugar and 30 grams of milk powder. If you don't want to use milk powder, you can use fresh milk instead of water. I did with both, so they turn out similar. 6 grams of salt, and that's there to it. 400 grams of all-purpose flour. You can use bread flour here. And after that, you mix them up and let it rest for 30 minutes and come back to do stretch and fold. For these buns, I make twice. Not like you do like a normal sourdough bread with 4 set of stretch and fold. Here I do twice. Sometimes I did once. Then you let it ferment until it double inside. Now it's done fermentation. I divide into 8 portions, each one about 130 grams. It's a pretty big bun for that size. If you want smaller size, you can get 10 or so. I thought that I use this spatula to cut the dough, but it's sticky, so I need to get the flour on it, but it still doesn't work well. So I will switch it into the bench scraper soon. I thought that I get away without dirtying another utensil, tools, but you see it's not work so well. So let's switch it. After you cut them out for 8 pieces, then you roll them into round balls and let it rest like 10 or 30 minutes. Now I come back, I spread them out. You can use rolling pins, but remember, this is sourdough. You need to be gentle with the dough, otherwise you deflate the air inside, the air pocket that we need them to expand when they bake, so that our bun is substantial in size. So I use a rolling pin, but I very gently roll now. I don't roll down to the surface so that I can deflate the air. You can use a hand to spread out like they do pizza. And I think that big enough for my for me to spread the butter on it. At this point, the step is just like you make puff pastry. You get the dough and you put a whole block of butter and you wrap it up. This concept is the same as here. Although I don't use so much butter, just enough spread on the surface, and then I bucket, and now I roll it into another third. And that's it. You do to the rest of your dough, and when you come back, you can roll it out and stuff with your stuffing. It depends on the temperature of your kitchen. If you see the butter melting, then you should put in the fridge for 10 minutes or so. You remember when you do puff pastry, you put the block of butter and then you book them and then you put in the fridge or the freezer. This is the same concept here. Only if you don't see it's melting, you don't need to, you can get away with it. And you leave out on the counter. Now I divide the cheese into 8 pieces, and I use cheddar cheese here, and I have a jalapeno whipped cheese. I put in the stuffing also. For the meat, this is 300 grams of ground pork. I added half an onion, white onion, and green onion, and the sauce to season it. If you want how much I use, head into dough and check at the description box below. I have full recipe in there for you. I'd like to take opportunity to say thank you for stopping by, watching my video. It means a lot to me. You are the reason I'm here. Now, let's roll the dough out so that we can stuff the stuffing now. It's a little sticky, so use a flour for you bench flour. You see, I roll and I gently did that so that I don't deflate the air. Okay, you make it big like this. It's about 7 inches wide, and because I use flour on them, so I use the water to fresh around the edges, so it helped me to enclose the bun. Now the cheese dough, the whipped cheese dough, and I use like 2 tablespoons of meat here, and then I started to go around just like you make a dumpling, Chinese dumpling, as you will. You see, when you go around and tuck in the stuffing in and make a twist at the end, so that your stuffing doesn't go out when you bake. I think that's pretty good, and then I roll into the flour because on this will be high underneath the bun. Okay, I go tighten the skin a little bit, and that's it. And you put on the baking sheet. I use the egg yolk here to brush the top of my buns so that when it bakes, the color comes out beautiful. If you don't use egg yolk, you can use cream. Or the mixture of cream and egg yolk. That's it, and you bake 425 degrees 10 minutes, and then 375 degrees for 10 minutes more. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.